I was told the second big surge. So it would be like a laser light going through hard black glass in the earth. And it shattered the first time in 219. It came through in the pyramid in Teotihuacan in 2021. And I was asked by the Blue Beings of Light to go to Mexico because they needed me to repair the capstone. So I know, Amrit, that it's like I didn't know pyramids have a capstone. So I've learned a lot along the way. And then, so in November of 2021, there were several of us that helped recreate the electrical capstone because the churches had taken it down in the early 1920s. So we rebuilt it energetically. And then the third one, I was told by the Blue Beings of Light, would come through the Southwest in the United States, which, again, in my cleverness, I just wanted to inform the blue light beings we don't have pyramids in the United States. And so it's like there was the frequencies were jammed for a while, and then they finally told me it was on the Hopi land and the three mesas, and that I was told they used to be pyramids, and that they're so old that they'd been weathered. All right, and so those three surges were really about getting the earth ready for expansion. So if you imagine, like, if the earth's in a straitjacket and it's just, releasing that, and so then you can move. I didn't understand all this at the time. I just was taking one step at a time. Well, recently, so that was 1921, 23, and now I'm here, and it's just like, oh my gosh, it's 2025, because I began to see uh, the human energy field, which I've studied for 30 years. It started turning blue. Like there was this blue grid. It's like a blueprint. And I think you can relate to blueprints based on your history.
Big
But
time.
um, but it was blue, and I thought, what is happening? So basically, the blue frequency, its sole purpose is to dissolve all illusions. Its its frequency is attuned to enhance all truth and bring all wrongs to a place of right, or they talk about justice, bringing things to justice. And so that's been happening over the last few years.
And it's interesting because you've mentioned a few things there, like November 2021, November 2019, November 2021, November 2023. There seems to be this pattern with Novembers. I mean, November 2025 is slowly coming our way. I mean, I know you've had sort of this vision for the three surges, but do you see something happening November 2025?
Yeah, well, so I know in November there is a very kind of grand shift. But silly enough, I didn't connect the dots. And then all of a sudden, and I was told to go to Egypt this year because I was told I needed to get aligned with the frequencies, sound that you can't hear. That's what they told me. Sound that you can't hear, that my body will attune to it in the tombs and the pyramids, but I won't actually hear the sound. But anyway, I ended up just connecting the dots actually in the last couple of weeks. Yes, November's going to have another big surge. And I just got this information yesterday because this is how it comes. I just go on about my day. I could be washing dishes, I could be doing, and it's just like, oh, by the way. And it was one of those, oh, by the way, there's a benevolence coming of the likes we've never experienced before. And I was like, don't tease me. but um but I really had I've just heard this a couple days ago, so I'm wanting to do a little deep dive on what really is benevolence. Like we talk about it a lot, but if we were to try to explain it to just day-to-day life, it's like, how would we describe that? And so that's my next project.
That's your exploration. I mean, it is a very interesting question. How do you actually define benevolence as a felt experience for each individual as well? Yeah, profound. I'd love to ask more questions about that, but just before we dive into there, I mean, what is a capstone? Bring us into pyramids, capstones. Because like you said, you weren't aware of it. I'm sure many of our listeners probably aren't aware of it too. What is the capstone, and how do you energetically restore a capstone?
Well, so the capstone, if we think of pyramids, and I'm not talking about the step pyramids, I'm talking about like the pyramid of Giza, for example, that it would be in that triangular shape. Um, but it is a step pyramid in Tiwa. I never say it right. People are always correcting me, but I'll just say Tiwakan, the Sun Pyramid. So a capstone, it's from what I understand, it's like the top of the building that takes like the star's frequency or the starlight or the moonlight or the sunlight, and it channels it straight down through the pyramid, and the pyramid somehow amplifies the energy as it's going down into the earth. So when I looked at the one clairvoyantly in Mexico, the blue light, we'll say in our dress rehearsal, because it wasn't going to happen yet, it was going to come down, but it got to the top and then it went to the side of the pyramid and it came into the side and then it went down to the center of the earth. And so what the blue beings were describing to me was it's going to slow down its optimal capacity to really gain speed. So there were, I would say, a couple of hundred of us. I just kind of reached out and asked people, and we just visualized it. And what we did was we just kept clearing the old energy blocks from it. There was a lot of old religious, um, there were deities and things like that, ancient deities that were up there that they had taken down. And then it was just like a little, yeah, a little top. And so that what we did, we didn't know exactly what we were doing, but our heart was in the right place. We had a desire and a sense that we were really going to help humanity with this. And so we just kept clearing the energy that was blocking the blue light from being able to come directly down through the middle of it. And eventually it just clicked into place. And it's almost like you could feel like the whole atmosphere around the world just took a deep sighing breath, like, okay. Like if you've ever been to the chiropractor and they click those bones and you're like, okay, that's perfect. That's what it was like. And yeah. So in Egypt, the capstone, they said it used to have it used to be all white, and then it had a gold, like real gold, um, layer all around the top, which has since been dismantled and taken away. So it's no longer there. But it was a very important piece. It is a very important piece of the pyramid.
Hey there, Inspired Evolutionary. If you absolutely loved this, well, then here's a full conversation with this guest on the Inspired Evolution podcast. Check it out now.